Alright, Title 49, CFR Part 231, Railroad Safety Appliance Standards. We're on page 9. Alright, drop-ended high-sided gondola cars. Handbrakes, number 1. Number, same as specified with the box or other house car C 2311A1. Dimension, same as specified with the box or other house car C 2311A2. Location, each of the handbrakes shall be located that it can be safely operated while the car is in motion. The handbrake, the brake shaft shall be located at the one end of the car, left center. 3, the carriers are not required to change the brakes from the right to left, the side of the seal under frame cars with the platform end cells in service July 1st, 1911, except when such appliances are renewed, at which time they may be made to comply with the standards prescribed. Manner application same as specified with the box and other house cars C2311A4. Besides, still steps specified for the box and other house cars C title 2311D. Ladders. No number 2. 2. The dimensions specified for the box and other house cars C title or statute 2311E2. Exit for the top of the ladder, the threads located not more than 4 inches from the top of the car. 3. The location 1 on either. On each side of the, not more than 8 inches from the right end of the car is measured from the inside of the ladder cells and the clearance of the ladder treads on the corner of the car. 2. Carriers are not required to change the location of the ladders of the car serviced July 1st, 1911, where applications are within 3 inches of the required location except when the cars are undergoing regular repairs that may be made with the comply with the standards prescribed. 4. The manner of application same as specified with the box and other houses. The C statute 2311E. 4. D. The side hand hold same as specified with the box and other house cars. C statute 2311H. E. Horizontal and end hills and end handholds. 1. Number 4. 2. The dimensions specified with the box and other house cars. See statute 231112. 3. Location on near each of the side of the end of the car with the face for the end cell clearance of the outer end of the handheld should not be more than 16 inches from the side of the car. 2. The carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds on cars in the service of July 1st, 1911, except for the end of the handholds under the end of the sills where the appliances were within 3 inches of the required location, except when the cars undergo required repairments, but they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. Manner of application same as specified for the box and other house cars. See statute 2311 I4. 5. Uncoupling levers. Fee specified with the box and other house cars. See statute 2311K. G. End ladder clearance. 1. Number of the no part of the cars above the end of the sills with 30 inches from the side of the car except for the buffer block, brakes, and brake wheel. The uncoupling lever shall extend to within 3 inches of the vertical plane parallel with the end of the car passing through the inside of the face for the knuckle when closed with the coupler horn against the buffer block or end sill and no other part of the end of the car. The fixtures of the same and above the end sill other than the exemptions noted in the subparagraphs shall be extended beyond the outer fascia of the buffer block. 2. Carriers are not required to make the change of the secure additional end of ladder of the clearance of the cars in service July 1st, 1911 that have 10 or more inches of the ladder clearance within 30 inches of the side of the car until the car is in shop, the working amounting to practical rebuilding of the body of the car, at which time they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 231.4. Fixed end low side gondola and low side hopper cars. Cars with the size 30 inches or less above the floor of the lower side of the car. The EAA, the handbrakes number 1 number same as specified with the box or other house cars. C statute 2311A1. 2. The dimensions specified for the box and other house cars. C statute 2311A2. 3. The location 1. Each of the handbrakes shall be located that it can be safely operated while the car is in motion. 2. The brake shafts shall be located on the end of the car to the left and not more than 22 inches from the center. 3. The car areas are not required to change the brake from the right or the left of the side and steel of the steel underframe car with the platform end sills in service of July 1st, 1911, except when such applications are renewed, at which time they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. The carriers are not required to change the location of the brake wheels and brake shaft on the car's service of July 1st, 1911, when the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when the cars undergo regular repairs that they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. The manner of application same as specified with the box and other house cars. See statute 2311A4. The brake steps same as specified for the box and other house cars. See statute 2311B. C. The sill steps are specified for the box and other house cars. See statute 2311D. Side handholds. 1. Number same as specified with the box other house cars. See statute 2311H1. Dimension C specified with the box and other house cars. See statute 2311H2. Location horizontal 1. Horizontally, one near each end of the side of the car, not more less than 24 inches, no more than 30 inches above the center line of the coupler in construction, will permit the handhold shall not project above the top side of the clearance. The outer end of the handhold shall not be more than 8 inches from the end of the car. Two, carriers are not required to change the location of handholds on the car surface July 1st, 1911, except for the end of the handholds under the insill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when the cars undergo regular repairs. They must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. Four, the manner of application same as specified with the boxing and other housing cars. See Statute 231(1)(h)(4). Horizontal handholds. One, number same as specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(I)(1). Dimensions specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231(1). I2. Location. On the near end side of the end of each of the car, not less than 24 inches, no more than 30 inches above the center line of the coupler. If the construction will permit, the clearance of the outer end of the handhold shall not be more than 8 inches from the side of the car. Two, on near each end of the car on the face of the insill projecting outward or downward. Clearance of the outer end of the handhold shall be not more than 16 inches from the side. Car. Three, carriers are not required to change location of handholds of cars that serve July 1st, 1911, except for the end of the handholds under the end of the sills where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when the cars undergo regular repairs. They must be then made to comply with the standards prescribed. Four, the manner of application same as specified with the box or other houses cars. See Statute 231(1)(I)(4). Uncoupling lever. See specified with the box and other houses cars. 231(1)(k). G. End of the ladder clearance. One. Number of the part of the car above the end sills for the 30 inches of the side of the car, except for the buffer block, brake shaft, brake steps, brake wheels. Uncoupling lever shall extend within 12 inches of the vertical plane parallel with the end of the car, passing through the inside of the side and face of the knuckle when the close of the coupler horn against the buffer block insill, but no other part of the end of the car fixtures same above the insills. Other exemptions noted in the same paragraph shall extend beyond the outer face of the buffer block. Two, carriers are not required to make changes with additional end of ladder clearance in service of July 1st, 1911 that have 10 or more inches of the end of the clearance within 30 inches of the side of the clearance until the car is the shop for the working mounting of the practical rebuild with the body of the car, at which time they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. Alright, 231.5. The drop-in low-sided gondola cars. Handbrakes, number one, number same as specified with the box, other house of the C, Statute 231(1)(a)(1). Dimensions same as specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(a)(2). Location. Each of the handbrakes shall be located that it can be safely operated while the car is in motion. Two, the brake shaft shall be located at the end of the car, left center. Three, the car is not required to change the brakes from right to left to the side of the steel underframe of the car for the platform end of steel in service of July 1st, 1911, except when such appliances are renewed, at which time they must be made to comply with these standards prescribed. For the manner of application, same as specified with the box or other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(a)(4), provided with the top brake shaft support with the outmid B. The sill steps will be specified with the box or other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(d). C. The side handholds. One, number same as specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(h)(1). Two, the dimensions specified for the box and other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(h)(2). Location. Horizontal. One near each side of the car, not less than 24 inches, no more than 30 inches above the center line of the coupler in construction will permit the handhold shall not be project with above the top of the clearance side of the clearance. The outer end of the handhold shall not be more than 8 inches for the end of the car. Two, carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds in the car on cars in service of July 1st, 1911, except if the handholds are under the end of sills where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when the car undergoes regular repairs that they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. Manner of application same as specified with the box and other house of the car. See Statute 231(1)(h)(4). For the end of the handholds, number 4. Through to the dimensions of the same as specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(2)(1)(I)(2). Location. Horizontal. One near each of the end of the car with the face of the side so clear of the outer end of the handhold shall not be more than 16 inches of the side of the car. Alright, carriers are not required to change the location of handholds on the cars in service of July 1st, 1911, except for the end of the handholds and end of the sills where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when the cars are undergoing regular repairs that they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. The manner of application same as specified for the box of the other houses of the cars. See Statute 231(1)(I)(4). E. Uncoupling lever. C. Specified with the box and other house cars. Statute 231(k). end clearance. No part of the car above the end of the sill of the 30 inches of the side of the car, except for the buffer block, brake shaft, brake wheel, uncoupling levers, shall be extended within 12 inches of the vertical plane parallel with the end of the car, passing through the inside of the face of the knuckle clove with the coupler horn against the buffer block and sill with no other part of the end of the car or fixtures, no same above the end of the sills, other than exemptions noted in the subparagraph, and shall be extended beyond the outer face of the buffer block. Two carriers are not required to make changes to secure additional end of the ladder clearance, but the car of the service July 1st, 1911 to have 10 or more inches of the side end of clearance within 30 inches of the side of clearance until the car is shot with the working amount of the practical rebuilding body of the car, at which time they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. Alright, 231.6. Cars with size 12 inches or less above the floor, which may be equipped with the same as the flat car's handbrakes. Number one, number same as the specified with the box or other house cars. See Statute 231.1A1. 2. The dimensions specified for the box and other house cars. See Statute 231A2. Location: each for the handbrake shall be located with it being safely operated while the car is in motion. 2. The brake shaft shall be located with the end of the car left of the center on the side of the car, not more than 36 inches from the right end of the hand of the end of thereof. 3. The carriers are not required to change the brakes from the right to left on the side steel with the steel underframe with the car's platform until the service July 1st, 1911, except when such applications are renewed, at which time they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. Alright, 4. The carriers are not required to change the location of the brake wheels, brake shaft on the cars of service July 1st, 1911, where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except for when the cars are undergoing regular repairs that they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. The manner of application same as specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231.1A4. Sill steps specified for the box and other house cars. See Statute 231.1D. Side handholds. Number 1. Number same as specified with the box or other house cars. See Statute 231.1H1. Dimensions specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231.1H2. 3. Horizontal one on each of the each side sill near each of the end of the clearance outer of the end of the handhold, not more than 12 inches from the end of the car. 2. Carriers are not required to change the location of handholds of the car in service of July 1st, 1911, except for the handholds under the end of the sills where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when they undergoes regular repairs. They must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. The manner of application same as specified with the box or other house cars. See Statute 231.1H4. D. End of the handholds 1, number 4. 2. The dimensions specified for the box and other house cores are C Statute 231.181I2. Location: horizontal one near each of the end of the car on the face of the end sill. Clearance for the outer end of the handhold shall not be more than 16 inches from the end of the car. From each side of the car, from the side of the car. 2. The carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds on the cars in service of July 1st, 1911, except if the handholds are under the end of the sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except if the car undergoes regular repairs that they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. The manner of application same as specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231.1I4. Alright, E. Uncoupling lever. CM is specified from the box and other house cars. See Statute 231.1K. 231.7. Tanker cars with side platforms. A. The handbrakes 1, number same as specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231.1A1. Dimensions same specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231.1A2. 3. Location. E1. Each of the handbrakes shall be located that they can be safely operated while the car is in motion. 2. The brake shaft shall be located at the end of the car with the left of the center. 3. The carriers are not required to change the brake from the right to left of the side of the steel underframe of the car with the platform and with the service July 1st, 1911, except when such appliances are renewed, by which time they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. For the manner of application, same as specified with the box or other house cars. See Statute 231.1A4. Sill steps specified for the box and other house cars. See Statute 231.1D. Side handholds side handles 1, number 4 of more. 2. The dimensions specified for the box and other house cars. See Statute 231H2. Location: horizontal 1 of each of the end of the side sill near each of the end near clearance to outer end of the handhold shall not be more than 12 inches from the end of the car. 2. If the side safety railings are attached with the tank of the tank bands, 4. The additional vertical handhold shall be applied only as nearly as possible over each sill step securely fastened in the tank and the tank band. 3. The carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds of the car in service of July 1st, 1911, except if the handholds are on the end of the sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except that when the car undergoes regular repairs, they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. The manner of application same as specified with the box or other housing cars. See Statute 231.1H4. The end of the handholds is 1, number 4. 2. The dimensions specified as for the box and other house cars. See Statute 231-1A-2. Alright, 3. The location horizontal one on each of the side of the end of the car of the face for the end sill of the clear of the outer end of the handhill should not be more than 20-16 inches from the side of the car. 2. The carriers are not required to change the location for the handholds on the car to the services of July 1st, 1911, except when the handholds are under the end of the sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when the car undergoes regular repairs. They must be made to comply with the standards prescribed for the manner of application, same as specified with the box or other house cars. See Statute 231-I1, I4. Tank head handles. Number 2, not required if safety railing runs under the end of the tank. 2. The dimensions. Minimum diameter 5/8 of an inch for the inch wrought iron steel. Minimum clearance 2, preferably 2.5 inches clear. Length of the handle should extend with a 6-inch out of the diameter of the tank at a point of the application. 3. The one horizontal with the one of the cross each of the handle head of the tank not less than 30 nor more than 60 inches of the platform carriers. 2. The carriers are not required to change the location handle of the car for July 1st, 1911, except for the handholds are under the end of the sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when the car undergoes regular repairs. They must be then made to comply with the standards prescribed for the banner of the application. Tank head handholds shall be securely fastened. 5. The safety railings number 1 continuously safety relating running around sides end of the tank of the securely fastened the tank of the tank bands at the end of the side of the tank of the 2 running full with the full length of the tank and at the end at the side of the car of the supported with the post. 2. The dimensions not less than 3/4 of the inch in iron. 3. The location running of the full length of the tank either at the side of the supported with the post of the securely fastened the tank of the tank bands not less than 30 no more than 60 inches above the platform. 4. The manner of application safety railing shall be securely fastened to the tank body with the tank bands and post. G. The uncoupling lever shall be specified with the box and other housing cars. See Statute 231-1K. End of the clearance 1 number part of the above the end of the sill with the 30 inch from the side of the clearance except for the buffer block with the brake shaft bracket, the brake wheel. Under coupling lever shall be extended with the 12-inch vertical plane parallel with the end of the car the passing through the inside of the knuckle when the close of the coupler horn against the buffer block insill and no other part of the end of the car of the fixture of the same above the insill other than exemption not noted. But the subparagraph shall extend beyond the outer face of the buffer block. 2. The carriers are not required to make the change to secure the additional end of the ladder clearance on the car of the service of July 1st, 1911 that have 10 or more inches of the end of the clearance within 30 inches of the side of the car until the car is shopped and the working amount of the practically rebuilt building of the car, at which time they may be made to comply with the standards prescribed. Alright, 231-8, tanker cars without end sills, 231-8, tanker cars without side sills and tanker cars without short-sided sills and end platforms. 1. Handbrakes. 1. Same as specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231-1A1. Dimensions same as specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231-1A2. 3. Location. Each of the handbrakes shall be located that it can be safely operated while the car is in motion. 2. The brake shaft shall be supported located on the end of the car left of the center. 3. Carriers are not required to change the brake of the right to left and the steel with the steel underframe carved with the platform end sills from the service of July 1st, 1911, and except when such applications are renewed, at which time they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed for the manner of application, same as specified with the box and other houses of the cars. See Statute 231-A4. B. The running boards. Number 1. One of the continuous running boards around the sides. Take at the ends of the 2 running full length of the tank of the 1 each of the side. 3. The dimensions minimum width of the side of the 10 inches, minimum width on the end of the 6 inches. 3. The location continues around the side end of the end of the car. The tanker cars having end platforms extending for the bolsters. Running board shall extend from the center to center of the bolster, one on each end of the side. 4. The manner of application. If the side of the running boards are applied with below the center of the tank, outside edge of the running board shall extend not less than 7 inches beyond the bolts of the tank. 2. The running boards of the end of the car shall not be less than 6 inches from the point of vertically above the inside of the face of the knuckle when closed with the coupler horn against the muffler block and inside of the back stop. 3. The running board shall be securely fastened to the tank of the tanker band. C. The sill step of the number 1 number same as specified with the box or other house cars. See Statute 231-1D1. 2. The dimensions specified for the box and other house cars. See Statute 231-1D2. Location on each of the end of the side under the side handhold. 2. The outer edge, outside edge of the tread of the step shall not be more than 4 inches of the inside of the face of the side of the car, preferably flush with the side of the car. R3, tread shall not be more than 24 inches, no more than 22 inches above the top of the rail. 4, the carriers are not required to change the location sales step of the cars for the insert of July 1st, 1911, where the applications are within 3 inches from the required location, except when the cars undergo regular repairs. They must be made to comply with the standard prescribed in the same said order. For the manner of application as specified with the box and other house cars, see Statute 231(1)(d). For the ladders, if the running boards are so located that they make the ladders necessary. 1. Number 2 of the on the cars with the continuous running boards. 4 on the cars with the side running boards. 2 dimensions. 1 minimum clearance length of the tread 10 inches. Maximum spacing with the tread 19 inches. Hardwood. Wood treads minimum dimensions 1 1/2 inch by 2 inches. 2. Wrought iron and steel treads, minimum diameter and 5/8 inch and inch, minimum clearance of the tooth, preferably 2 1/2 inch. Location on the cars with the continuous running board, one at the right end of each of the side on the car with the right side of the running board on each of the ends of the running board. 4. The manner of application ladder should be securely fastened with not less than 1/2 inch bolt. The rivet side handholds 1, number 4 and the more. 2. The dimensions same specified for the box or other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(h)(2). 3D. 3. The location 1 horizontal, 1 on the face of the end of the 1 on the face of each side of the sill near each of the end of the tank of the car. Short side sills are 1 attached to the top of the running board, projecting outward above the sill step of the ladder on the tanker car with outside sills with its clearance on the outer end of the handhold should not be more than 12 inches from the end of the car. 2. If the side safety railings are attached to the tank of the tank bottoms with the additional vertical handhold shall be applied with only as nearly as possible over each of the over each sill step of the securely fastened to the tank of the tank bottoms. Tank bands. 3. The carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds of the cars on surface of July 1st, 1911, except for the end of the handholds under the end of the sill, where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when they are cars undergo the regular repairs that they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed for the manner of application, same as specified with the box or other house of the car. See Statute 231(1)(h)(4). Each of the handholds, number 1. 1, number 4, number dimension, 2 dimensions, same specified with the box or other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(i)(2). 3. Location 1, horizontal, 1 near the end each of the side of the end of the car, the face of the end sill, clearance for the outer end of the handle. Shall be not more than 16 inches from the side of the car. 2. The carriers are not required to change the location of the handhold of the cars in service of July 1st, 1911, except end of the handholds under the end of the sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when they undergo regular repairs that they must be then made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4. The manner of application. See the specified box or other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(i). 4. The tank head handholds number 2, but they're not required when the safety railing that runs around the end of the tank. 2. The dimension minimum diameter 5/8 of an inch and raw iron steel minimum clearance 2, preferably 2 1/2 inches. 3. Location 1 horizontal, 1 across the head of the tank, not less than 30 nor more than 60 inches above the platform of the running board. Clear length of the handhold shall extend within 6 inches of the outer diameter of the tank and the point of application. 2. The carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds on the cars on surface July 7th, 1911, except for the end of the handholds under the end sills where their appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except for that they may be car undergo the regular repairs that they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed for the manner of application. Tank head holds shall be secured fastened safety railings number 1 of the running of the side of the end of the tank of the 2 running of the full length of the tank. 2. The dimension minimum diameter 7/8 of an inch thick raw iron steel with the minimum clearance 2 1/2 inches. Location running full length of the tank not less than 30 or more than 60 inches above the platform running board. 4. The manner of application. Safety railing shall be securely fastened to the tank of the tank bottom securely against the end of the shifting. 1 uncoupling lever same specified with the box and other house cars. See Statute 231(1)(k). End of the ladder clearance. No part of the car above the end of the side sill of 30 inches of the side of the car, except for the buffer block, brake shaft, brake brackets, brake wheel, running boards. Uncoupler levers shall be extended within 12 inches of the vertical plane parallel with the end of the car passing through the inner inside face of the knuckle when closed with the coupler horn. Again, for the buffer block end of the sill, no other part of the end of the car fixture, same above the end of the sills, other the exemption here noted that shall extend beyond the outer face of the buffer block. 2. The carriers are not required to make the change of the secure the additional end of the ladder clearance on the surface of July 1st, 1911. That I have only 10 or more inches of the ladder clearance within 30 inches of the side of the car until the car is shopped with the working amount of the practical rebounding body of the car, at which time the button body must be made to comply with the standard prescribed. Alright, 231.9. Tanker cars without insults. Handbrakes. And 1. Number same as specified with the boxer or other house cars. See statute 231.1A1. Dimensions C. The specified for the boxer and other house cars. See statute 231.1A2. Location. Each of the handbrakes shall be located that it can be safely operated while the car is in motion. The brake shaft shall be located on the end of the car to the left of the center. 4. The manner of the application same as specified with the boxer or other house cars. See statute 231.1A4. The brake step same as specified with the boxer or other house cars. See statute 231.1B. C. Running boards. Number one, dimensions: minimum width on the side 10 inches, minimum width on the ends of 6 inches. 3, the location continues around the sides of the end of the tank. 4, the manner of application: if the running boards are the height below the center of the outside of the running board shall extend not less than 7 inches beyond the bulge of the tank. 2, the running boards at the end of the car shall not be less than 6 inches from the point of vertical above the inside of the face of the knuckle where the close of the coupler horn against the muffler block, and so on the back stop. 3, the running boards at the end of the car shall not be less than 6 inches from the point of vertical above the inside face of the knuckle with enclosed with the coupler horn against the muffler block and so for the backstop. 3, the running boards shall be securely fastened to the tank of the tank bottoms to either side sills with the number 1. 4, if then the tank has high running boards making ladders necessary, sills steps must be met with ladder requirements. 2, dimensions same as specified with the box or other house cars. See statute 231.1D2. The location on the near each end of each side of the flush with the outside edge of the running board as near end of the car as practicable. 2, the tread not more than 24 and preferably not more than 22 inches above the top of the rail. 3, the carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds on the car in service July 1st, 1911, where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when the cars undergo regular repairs, but they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. Manner of the application: steps exceeding 18 inches of the depth shall have an additional tread and be laterally braced. Sill steps shall be securely fastened with not less than a half-inch bolt for the with nuts outside, with possible with the rivet over within 1/2 inch of the rivets. Each side handles 1, number 4 or more. Dimension as specified with the boxer or other house cars. See statute 231.1H2. The location: horizontal 1 near each of the end of the each side of the car, over so the step of the running board not more than 2 inches back from the outside edge of the running board, projection downward or outward. 2, when such sides of the handholds are more than 18 inches from the end of the car, an additional handhold must be placed near each end of on each side, not more than 30 inches above the center line of the coupler. 3, the clearance of the outer end of the handhold shall be not more than 20 to 12 inches from the end of the car. 4, the safety railings on the tank of the 4 additional vertical handholds shall be applied one over each sill step of the tank. 5, carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds in the service of July 1st, 1911, except for the handholds under the end of the sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except that when the cars go undergo regular repairs, they must be then made to comply with the standards prescribed. 4, manner of the application same as specified with the box or other house cars. See statute 231.1H4 for the end of the handholds. 1, number 4. 2, the dimensions specified with the floor box and other house cars. See statute 231.1I2. Location on 1, horizontal 1 near each of the end of the car running board, not more than 2 inches back of the edge of the running board, projecting downward or outward on the end of the tank, not more than 30 inches above the center line of the coupler. 2, the cars are not required to change the location of handholds of the cars that service July 1st, 1911, except for the handholds under the end of the sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except when the cars undergo the regular repair that must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. For the manner of application, see the specified with the box or other housing cars. See statute 231.1 I4, safety railings, 1, number 1, dimension, 2, the dimension, minimum diameter 7/8 of an inch for iron steel, minimum clearance 2.5 inches. 3, location, safety, railings shall be continuous around the side and end of the cars, not less than 30, no more than 60 inches above the running board. 4, the manner of application, safety railings shall be securely fastening for the tank band securely against the end of the shifting. H, uncoupling levers, number specified with the box or other house cars, 231.1K1. 2, the dimensions specified with the box or other house cars. See statute 231.1K2, except for the minimum length of the uncoupling lever shall be 42 inches measured for the center line of the end of the car handle of the lever. 3, locations same as specified with the box and other house cars. See statute 231.1K3, except for the uncoupling lever shall not be more than 30 inches above the center of the coupler. 1, the end of the clearance not 1, no part of the car above the buffer block within 30 inches from the side of the car, except for the brake shaft bracket, the brake wheel. Uncoupling lever shall extend within 12 inches of the vertical plane and parallel. With the end of the car passing through the inside of the face of the knuckle, the close of the coupler horn, again for the muffler block of the backstop, no other part of the end of the fixtures is the same with above the buffer block other than exemption hereby noted shall be extended beyond the face of the buffer block. 2. The carriers are not required to make the change for the secure the additional ladder clearance for the on the car service July 1st, 1911 to have 10 or more inches of the end of the clearance within 30 inches of the side of the car until the car is shopped with the mounted work mounting the practical rebuilding of the body of the car, at which time they must be made to comply with these standards prescribed. Alright, 23110, caboose cars with platform. Handbrakes, number one, each caboose should be equipped with an efficient handbrake which shall be operated with the harmony with the power brake therein. The handbrake must be made to efficiency design that may be provided with the same degree and safety of design shown in plate A through dimensions same as specified with the box and other house cars. See statute 231-1A2. The location 1, each for the handbrake shall be located on that it can be safely operated while the car is in motion. 2, the platform brake shaft of the caboose shaft cars with platform shall be located on the platform on the left of the center. 3. The cars are not required to change the brake with the right or the left of the side of the steel with the steel underframe with the car with the platform end seal with the service July 1st, 1911, except with such appliances are renewed, at which time they must be made to comply with the standards and prescribed for the manners of the application, same as specified box or other house cars. See statute 231A4 of the running boards number 1 in longitudinal running board. 2. Dimensions, same as specified with the box and other house cars. See statute 231-1C2. The location 1 for the full length of the car center of the roof on the caboose cars with the cupolas and longitudinal running boards shall extend with the cupola to the end of the roof. 2. The outside metal roof and cars shall have a longitudinal extension relating to the ladder. Location 3. 4. The manner of the application, same as specified with the box or other house cars. See statute 231-1C4. See note below. C. Ladders number 1. Number 2. 2. The dimension numbers none specified. 3. Location 1 on each end. 4. The manner of application C is specified in 231-1E. 4. For the note below. D. The roof handles 1 number over each of the ladder with the style of the ladder extending 12 inches more than above the roof, no other than roof of the handles of the required. 2. The dimensions same as specified with the box or other house cars. See statute 231-1G2. 3. The location 1 on the roof of the caboose aligning with the roof running parallel to the tread of the ladder, not less than 8 or more than 15 inches of the edge of the roof. 2. Carriers are not required to change the location of the handhold carrier of the service July 1st, 1911, except for the handholds under the end of the cylinder where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except for that the car undergoes regular repairs, that they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed for the manner of the application, same as specified with the box or other house cars. D. Statute 231-1G4. See note below. E. The cupola handholds of the number 1 or more. 2. The dimension minimum diameter 5/8 of an inch in wrought iron steel, minimum clearance 2 inch by preferably 2.5 inches. Location 1 on continuous handhold extending all around the top of the cupola, not more than 3 inches from the edge of the cupola roof. 2. The roof 4 right angle handholds, 1 of each for the corner, not less than 16 inches of the clear length of the point of the angle may take the place of the one with continuous handhold specified at the location coincides. Alright, carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds on the car surface July 1st, 1911, except with the end of the handholds under the end, so where the appliance within 3 inches of the required location. Except for then the car undergoes regular repairs that they must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. For the manner of application, cupola shall be securely fastened with not less than 1/2 inch bolts while they're running with nuts outside riveted over with not less than 1/2 inch rivets. See not below F side handles 1 number 4. Dimension minimum diameter 5/8 of an inch raw iron steel minimum clearance length of 36 inch minimum clearance of the tooth preferably 2.5 inch to location. 1 on near each of the end of the side of the curving downward toward the center of the car with the point not less than 30 inches above the platform. The point not more than 8 inches from the bottom of the car with the top end of the handhold should not be more than 8 inches from the outside of the end of the sheathing. 2. The carriers are not required to change the location of the handholds of the car on surface July 1st, 1911, except for the end of the handholds under the end of the sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except for that they make cars undergo regular repairs. They must be made to comply with the standards prescribed for the manner of application, same as specified with the box or other houses cars. See statute 231-1H4 with the end of the handholds 1 number 4 dimension same as specified for the blocks and other house cars. See 231-1I2 location horizontal 1 near the each of the side of the car of the face of the platform and so for the clearance of the end of the house handholds shall be not more than 16 inches for the end of the platform and sill. Carrier not required to change the location of handholds of the cars in service July 1st, 1911, except for the handholds under the end sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except that they would car undergo the regular repairs that they must be made to comply with the standard prescribed. For the manner of application, see specified with the box or other house cars. See statute 231.1 I4 for the end of the platform handles number 4. 2. The dimension, diameter 5/8 inch for iron steel, minimum clearance 2, preferably 2.5 inches. 3. Location 1 on the right angle handhold on each of the end of the side end of the extending horizontally from the door post of the corner of the car with the approximately height of the platform and then downward within 12 inches of the bottom of the car. 2. The carriers are not required to change the location of the handhold of the cars at the start of July 1st, 1911, except for the handholds under the end of the sill where the appliances are within 3 inches of the required location, except the make car will undergo regular repairs. They must be made to comply with the standards prescribed. For the manner of the application, handholds should be securely fastened with the bolts and screws and rivets. 2. 1. The caboose platform, safe with the suitable plaque steps leading to the caboose platform, shall be provided at the corner of the caboose. Low tread of the step should not be let more than 24 inches above the top of the rail. 5. J. The uncoupling lever shall be specified for the boxing and other housing cars. And then there's notes. I'm going to skip the notes, and we're going to come back. Alright, let's read the notes then. What has it got out of the notes? Alright, then, we'll come back on 231.11 caboose without platforms.